Hello, amazing ladies and everyone that is listening to or watching us on the HerStory podcast, hosted by Australian Ladies in Business Initiative. I am your host, Kylie King, and I am so excited to be here with the amazing Melissa Bartlett of Mel's Beauty on the Run. Thank you for joining me today, Mel.
Thanks for having me, Kylie.
So let's get started. Tell us a bit about yourself, who you are, what you do, all that fun stuff.
Okay, I'm a mum of three. So I've got an 18 and two girls who are 12, turning 13. I started my business back in, I think it was 2014, 2015. The reason that I started my business was I was a cosmetics consultant. So I started doing in-home beauty treatments. And one of my girlfriends turned around and said to me, I think you need to go and do this as a career because you've got the hands for it. And I looked into it that night and I enrolled myself into do my diploma in beauty. And then down the track, 9 years later, here I am running a successful mobile beauty business that comes to you or your office.
So what a great compliment, because you got nice hands. That's a beautiful compliment. And what a great way for that friend to sort of just give you that bit of advice that sort of changed the whole trajectory.
Yes, because before I had my kids, I was working in the travel industry. And I left when I was pregnant with my son because I took time off. So I stayed with him and was a stay-at-home mum for 5 years until he started kindergarten. And then I tried to look for jobs in retail, kept getting knocked back because I was out of work for 5 years. I had no customer service experience, even though I had prior experience in customer service. But then I found out I was pregnant with the girls. So then I thought, well, I needed to do something after I had the twins to sort of keep me active, keep meeting people. And that's why I decided then to, went to a party, huge Meg's party. The girls said, you can have your own account. You just buy when you wanted to buy. And she said to me, you can also do parties, extra income. And so I still tell her today, because we're still friends. I still tell her today, like, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you.
She gets like VIP deals and discounts.
She does,
and stuff.
Yeah, she does, because she's in the Central Coast. So when she comes down to visit, that's when I give her a chance of having some pamper.
Beautiful. So your business, you've mentioned you do beauty therapy. And what I love about your business is you actually come to people. So if you're at an office or if you're at home and you've like distracted the kids or you're in between client meetings, you'll actually come to the place, wherever it is around Sydney. Like we're not going to Queensland or
no, just in New South Wales, Sydney based.
Just around there. But you'll actually travel, bring all your stuff, set up in their office, their house, and do the session. What sort of services do you offer?
Yes, so I offer your manicures. So any treatment for your manicures, any treatment for your pedis, so you get your toes done. I do massages, so you can have your full body or just your scalp, your face, hands, feet. I also do facials. So I do consultations when you have your facials. So I work out what skincare regime will I use on your face that day. What does it need? If it needs a booster, I add boosters into my ingredients. I also do lady pampers nights for any occasion. So you don't have to just have it for hens or birthdays or anything like that. Even just have the girls over for a night. And I do girls pamper parties. So I come to your house and I set it up like an actual day spa. So you don't need to go outside. You don't need to go to a venue. I can bring it to you. And I do mum and daughter pampers. So you can have a day just with your girls if you want to just give them a bit of a treatment.
Oh, so like the girls' pamper parties, they're like for little girls. So like instead of like a normal, like take them to a crazy play area, you can bring them to your house and have them all quiet, enjoying like a spa day.
That's correct. Yeah. So we cater from ages 5 up to 12. And then I'm about to launch a new section called tween parties. So that's for your 13s to your 17-year-old.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And a chance to have them quiet for a moment because you can tell them they're at a spa.
That's right.
Be nice and quiet. That's brilliant.
What I love about it too is that the mums can just sit back. She doesn't need to do anything. I do all the work for her. I come in there. I set it all up. I host the kids, keep them all entertained for the 2.5 to 3 hours. I pack it all down. I take it out. All she has to do is set up the snack table and provide the cake.
Oh, wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Awesome. So what so far you said you've been running your business for about 9 years now since you got started. So what has been your biggest challenge that you've faced?
My biggest challenge is getting clients. I'm finding it really, especially at the moment with the social economical factor that's come into play. Like, I'm the same. I've actually cut back on some of my outside treatments that I used to have. Like, I haven't had a massage now for over 12 months. So I'm thinking people are just now tightening their belts a bit. I'm more of a luxury service. I'm not what they call an essential service. It's more of a luxury to them. And I'm just finding it hard just to bring the clients in and also getting them to rebook. Like, I give them a discount if they rebook just to help them out. I do packages if they pre-book so many in a bulk, they get a discount. Yeah, so that's my challenge at the moment, just trying to lure the clients in. Like, I have got my loyal clients that have been with me since I first started, but just trying to get new ones in, I'm just finding it really a bit of a challenge. But I know I'll get there. It's just part of the business. I'm not giving up. But yeah, that's just the challenge I have at the moment.
Not after 9 years later, you can't give up. Your friend will
No.
be disappointed. So, and I think it is, like any business, it sort of has that roller coaster effect. You have the highs, you have the dips. And I think we'll come out of this. We came out of the last one that happened.
Oh,
and everyone did, it was just guns blazing. And then your biggest challenge then will probably be, I got too much work and I need more staff.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm in the moment. I'm sitting back a bit, reevaluating, like, what can I do now to sort of entice? So that's why I thought if I come up with new ways of promoting the business, trying to get some extra girls on board and venture out, then maybe I might be able to bring in more. But I'll do what I can. I've done it. I was there 2 years ago thinking, my business is going to go back to normal. Nearly pulled the plug 2 years ago, but look where I am now. I'm not going to go backwards. I want to go forward. And winter is my hardest as well because the flu season, the mums have the kids home.
Yes.
So I have a few cancellations. I had cancellation for this weekend being a long weekend, sort of was a bit of a bummer, but
it happens. That's the thing with illness and winter, and people hibernate too. They're like, I don't need to worry about people seeing my feet, or I don't need to worry about, I'm just wearing boots all the time.
That's it. Yeah.
So what is now I can see some amazing trophies behind you.
Yeah.
The podcast listeners can't, see them, but those who are watching on YouTube can see them. So, and they don't have to be your biggest achievement, but what would you say is your biggest achievement? Because those trophies are pretty awesome. So
they are like, they're the top of the cake. Like, back in 2020, I won my first official award. I was a local business award for sole operator. And then I knocked it off again in 2022 by becoming a double awards winner. I won in 2 different awards. For Raw, I got Children's Services of the Year, and then I won a big one for the Australian Ladies in Business Initiative. I came Lady Business of the Year, which is a massive, massive trophy anyone can win. And my other big thing is just being me. I don't have to promote myself. No, I get a lot of work.
That was going to give up 2 years ago. You've got 3 shiny trophies there from different organizations. That shows to me like there's groups and networks out there that go, Mel knows her staff. Mel's a business owner, because you wouldn't get, it's not like you can just go and get a trophy. Like,
no,
you know what I mean?
No, like there's a lot of hard work that goes behind those trophies. Like, the local business is just done by voting. What I really love is that the Raw and ALIBI, that was actually done by judges. So I had to literally sell myself on paper to show them who I am, and then for them to read over my submission and say, okay, well, she's got it. She knows what she's doing. She knows where she's coming from, how far she's come, where she's going, And then with the ALIBI, I also had to do a video, which I don't like doing.
You're doing great.
I had to do video submissions. So I sort of had to show myself on camera and tell you about myself, tell you how my business was, where it came from, how I got to where I am today, what I want to do, what have I achieved. So if I looked at myself back in 2014 when I first started my business, I had no idea I was going to be here in 9 years with 3 trophies under my belt. So yeah, I thank my clients every day. Like, without them, I wouldn't be where I am today.
That's incredible. So you have the challenges and you have the achievements, but
Yep.
what do you absolutely love about your job? Like, what gets you out of bed in the morning to keep going?
It's seeing their faces after they have their treatments. Like, to start off with, like, first they have no idea how I set up. They just book me. They have no idea. They go, oh, we don't look at your photos. We just book you in. And then when I start setting up their room ready for their treatments, they're like going, wow, I just expected your bed. I didn't expect a table with your candle burning, your flowers, your products on the show. They said, like, I take pride in what I do. I wanted the experience to be memorable and to make them come back to me from choosing to go to a normal day spa or to a normal beauty salon. I wanted them to feel comfortable in their own environment. So for me to show them that I take pride and initiative in what I do, it's nice to see the reward at the end when their face is glowing and that they're happy and they feel relaxed, and knowing that they can just sit on the lounge and have a cup of tea or a coffee after their treatment and not go back into their car with messy hair and worry about what they're going to look like and go back to the bathroom and quickly put their lipstick back on. And
That's
like,
true.
they can just sit down and just relax after their treatments and take time out for themselves before getting back into what they were doing prior to my arrival.
That's awesome. That's a great way to get out of bed.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So what is something, other than the great advice you got from your friend who was like, Mel, you have beautiful hands.
Yeah.
What is other advice that you may have wished you were given when you started your business?
Maybe not go too big too quick. Maybe start off with just this, a little bit of, like, in my first 12 months, I sort of just went full out. Here I am. You want me? Come and get me. I had no marketing ideas. I had no social ideas. I had no signage when I first started my business, and no one knew who I was. I wish that I sort of started attending a workshop or had someone there mentoring me through to how to start my business properly, to show me what steps to take to introduce my products and my treatments clearer to my clients that I've done now. Yeah. So, like, you look back 5 years from when I started, those first 5 years, they're like little stepping stones to help you get your business going. So I think from 5 to 9 years now, I'm just starting to see the rewards come through, showing that, okay, those first 5 years that I put in my business was the hardest, but now I can see where I've come, where I've grown, how far I'm going to go. So, yeah, so I think just having someone mentoring me through to start with might have helped me a bit more. I don't know. But, yeah, because I'm not good with social media.
Right. Your genius zone is your hands and the beautiful beauty stuff you've done. Everyone has a different genius zone. And this is why, you can outsource and go, hey, you love social media, do it all. Thank you. Or
That's
you love
it,
emails, do it all.
Do it all.
Whatever it is.
That's it.
So what is if you want to share, but what is your ultimate goal for your business? What is like the very scary one?
I've got 2 this year that I really want to tick off my goals. The first one is hiring staff. I've got my first girl.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So her name's Rachel. So she'll start in July. She's mainly employed to help me with my kids' parties. So she'll be one of my little party assistants. So she'll come and help me set up, do the parties. And then I've got 2 more girls booked in. So I've got one tomorrow and I've got one next Tuesday. So I'm hoping by July I'll actually have 3 girls under my belts. Yeah. And my second goal is to get my parties started for the Sutherland Shire down to Canberra. I want to really kick off and try and get down that end of border. So my goal is, even if I just get one party down there just to kick it off, because it's all word by mouth.
All right. So anyone listening to the podcast or watching on YouTube needs to, one, if you're in the Sutherland Shire or Canberra, you need to book in a party. But is that like the ultimate goal of you want to sort of branch Mel's Beauty on the Run?
Yep.
New South Wales? Are we talking Australia-wide? Are we talking?
At the moment, I'm looking at branching it from Western Sydney down to Canberra. That's where I want to go.
Why Canberra?
No
if
one
you
does
don't mind me
it.
asking, like, why Canberra? It's always cold down there.
Yeah, I love Canberra. I love Canberra. I've done my research, and there's only one day spa that offers girls pamper parties.
Strategic. I like it.
No one comes to you. So I'm hoping to get it down there and then eventually have two teams just doing Canberra, and I can still do Sydney.
Oh, that's a really good goal. That's exciting. All right. So all the Canberra peeps listening and the Sutherland Shire, Mel's coming for you. Let's get together as a community. And if you want to do a girls' party pack or a ladies' night, like get a whole group of ladies together. You can all have pedicures or whatever that is.
Pedicures, or they can have facial and a pedi.
Yeah, anything like that. Or even just, even if you want something. Maybe, but organise some friends, because it is a big drive from Western Sydney until she gets started. But the first
definitely
is where it starts.
That's it. Yeah. So that's where I'm aiming. So my goal is to have, by the end of the year, at least one party booked for Canberra or the Southern Shirelands, and to have my 3 girls under my team.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you a little bit of a challenge. I think you should take that goal of getting one party in the Sutherland Shire or Canberra, and put it in the Australian Ladies in Business community on Facebook, and just put it out there and say, this is my goal. I think we have over 3,000 members in there at the moment. Most of them are probably listening to this podcast. If not, go over and check out the Facebook group, Australian Ladies in Business, but put it out there that this is my goal. My goal is I would like to, maybe someone can help you with the goal. If you want, Mel, just say, Kylie challenged me to this goal, because then it makes it a bit easier, right? Because you're blaming someone else. Yeah. But that's what the group is for. So let's do it. Let's get it in. I'm interested in doing a party down in Canberra or the Sutherland Shire.
Yeah.
Who's there, or can someone get feelers out? Might as well use the community, and you never know. And then we can tick a goal off by the time this podcast actually airs. Yeah. How awesome would that be?
That'd be good. Okay.
Or maybe 2, because you said you've got 2 more interviews coming up. So maybe you'll have 3 girls, if they're right candidates, of course, because you only want people that are going to work, that's good for you, and you get that all business. But you could potentially, by the time this podcast goes live, 2 ultimate goals, and then you'll need to give us another one that I can put in the notes down below, so people can be like, but what's her new goal? So I'll leave that with you. So if anyone is starting, so say someone's decided to start a business, whether it be in beauty or something else, what is advice that you would give them to help make things a bit easier, or something you wish you knew for them?
Research is number 1. I wish I did it.
Which part research? Like researching business, marketing, your industry?
Research what you want to bring out. Like, what is your business going to be? Is it going to be a handmade business? Is it going to be a florist? Or is it going to be candle making? Like, really research, because at the moment, like when I first started, no one was doing mobile beauty. So that's why I took it on. I thought, okay, mobile beauty, awesome. But now there's people sneaking up doing the girls' pamper parties from nowhere. So like no one was doing it 9 years ago. So I thought it was a market opened up for me. But yeah, definitely research what you want to open up your business. If it's flooded, rethink about how can you be different from somebody else that's already doing it. Like we've got thousands of candle making businesses coming out at the moment in the woodworks. New business. But they're all the same. Like none of them are grabbing my eye that makes them different from another candle business. So that would be my number 1, is research. Think about how can you market your business differently to another candle business? How can your labels be different? Don't do the generic labels that everyone's doing. Think about your design. Think about your logo. Your logo is what's going to get your brand out there. So think about your colors. Stick with your colors. Don't change your colors. Always incorporate the colors that are in your logo. This is what I learned through my network.
I think it's so important, like remembering your USP. And like even when, and ALIBI in its Australian Ladies in Business, we've changed our colors and we've gone through logos during our path, but now we've got the right ones. You'll see our purple and our gold everywhere. And they don't necessarily need to be colors that you align with.
No.
They're just colors that feel right about your brand. Like, for example, I'm not a gold person. Like I wear silver or white gold, but ALIBI's crown is gold because that fits with our brand. So I think that's, and remembering your USP, like there's so many candle businesses, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
But, what makes them different is one doing certain scents, is one maybe
exactly right.
Maybe a bit sweary words, is one doing something different, like the theme of it. So I think that is exceptional advice.
Yeah. Because that's what I learned when I did my network. Like when everyone says about marketing, you got to have your brands, because your brand is what people are going to remember you by. Look, I've changed my logos 3 times since I've started 9 years ago. I've changed it 3 times. Now my logo is me. It's what I'm all about. And people know that now. When they see my car, they go, oh my God, there's Mel. Like, I really pop. And I wanted something that says it's me. I've come out of my shell. I'm the bubbly Mel now. I'm not this shy away that just hides behind the camera and hides behind no one sees me. I'm now coming out. So that's what I'm thinking. Like, marketing is a priority when it comes to opening up a new business. Think about your name. Once you've got your name, register it. Do your search. Make sure no one's got it. You don't want to get
social
stuck.
platforms. All social platforms.
And all social platforms
will take it.
Like, don't get stuck. Like, like that's important, because you want your social network to represent your business name, what you've registered it as. And the other thing I could think of is get someone to mentor you. Get someone to go over your brief. Make sure you're really stressing out what you do. Those keywords are very important when people do your search. But I've learned all this through my 9 years of business. I didn't know this at the beginning. If someone told me this at the beginning, I would be like gobsmacked.
I know, but look how far you've come now. So now people can listen to this podcast and go, okay, this is Mel's journey. She's taken 9 years to know this, but she's given me all these great tips. So I'll do it quicker. Maybe. Yeah. Everyone goes through their own learning. So is there any tips you would like to share in regards to maybe your industry? Like, so beauty is your genius zone.
Yep.
Is there any tips you'd like to share for us from that?
Be you. Don't try and beat someone that you're not. Don't try and compete with the big salons or the big day spas. If you're not into machine work, don't do it. Break your budget trying to get the machines because everyone's doing the IPLs or everyone's doing microdermabrasions or the fat galvanization machines. Like, you don't need that. People like hands-on. People like people to have knowledge and be able to teach them how to look after themselves from the inside and the out. Aging is part of our beauty. We don't need to hide our age. Like, I'm 48. Like, people say to me, no, you're not 48. I go, I am. Like, I may not look 48 because I don't feel 48. I believe more of my beauty services is more hands-on. I don't believe in using the machines. I never have. I've trained in them. I'm qualified in them, but I would never use them. I'd rather use my hands.
I love that quote, aging is a part of our beauty. That's just beautiful. That quote, that's awesome. You need to tag that, Mel.
Oh, thank you.
Because that is just so important. Like, because we are age, and with that, we do age, and with that, experience happens. And, age is just really, as you said, it can be a mindset thing.
Yeah, and it tells a story of our life. All the lines are part of how happy we've been, what we've been through. We may look tired, but inside we're starting to bring ourselves back outside, So don't think you're getting old. Don't think, oh my God, my skin. It's not. It's showing that you've had a life, that you've had a happy journey, or you've had a rough journey, but look where you are now, like you're flourishing. So, yeah.
Awesome. So if we want to book in a party, especially if we're in Canberra or the Sutherland Shire, we're booking a party, or we want you to come and check us out. So you currently do Western Sydney is where you travel around.
My main area. Yep. But I do travel an hour from Western Sydney. So I do go down to Campbelltown. I go down to Camden. I'll go up to the Central Coast. I go up to the Blue Mountains. So, so I'll go within the hour, but there is traveling fees after a certain case. Yeah,
fair enough. So where do we stalk you? So we want you to come to our business, or have a pamper party, or have a little kids party. How do I find you? How do I stalk you?
My best main stalk is my Facebook page. So you go to www.facebook.com/Mel's Beauty on the Run and you'll find me.
Beautiful. And you've got like over 150 reviews on that page.
I know. I can't believe it. Like,
which just is the testament of your amazingness.
Yeah. And Google's now starting to get a bit more reviews. So
beautiful. So yeah, that's super exciting. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Mel, from Mel's Beauty on the Run. Thank you for sharing your journey and your tips. I've taken away things, so I really appreciate you being a part of here. As Mel mentioned, you can stalk her on Facebook at Mel's Beauty on the Run, or if you go into the Australian Ladies in Business Facebook community, you can go in there and find her there.
Yep.
So thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me. It was fun.
No worries.